Guys, it's Bree. So today's video we're going to be going through my entire physical TBR. I went through and I counted and I miscounted twice, to be honest, but on my physical TBR I have about over 100 books, which is way more than I had at the beginning of last year. I went a little crazy. I'm not gonna lie, I went a little crazy after my birthday last year of buying books. I have bought so many books, so many series and stuff like that is gonna now be on my physical TBR. I want to try to get through a good amount this year, but I don't know. I counted about like 118. That is a lot of books. I will say some of these books that are in my collection are technically not on my physical TBR until I read other books of that series, so we'll exclude those for now, but I will continue on with everything else I have on my shelves and stuff like that in general. So I want to just go ahead and get started because I have so many books to talk about. So first, I think I'm going to start off with my special edition pile, which this is all of my Crate special editions from Crate boxes. I also have a couple bookish box books in here as well. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with those. So the first one I have is Of Shadow and Moonlight by Luna Larraire. This one I've been wanting to read for a while. I saw it whenever this was like actually one of the books that I wanted to get after I unsubscribed from Bookish Box because it sounded so good. I believe it is either a duology or a series, so I really want to get into this one, and I love this edition. It's really, really pretty. Then we have Autumn's Trainer by Hannah Parker. This is the second book in, I forgot the name of the trilogy, but this is the follow-up to Autumn's Tithe, which I really enjoyed that book, and I cannot wait to get into this one this year. It took forever to come in because it is a Bookish Box books. They take forever to come in, but I wanted an edition of that because my other one is a special edition of a Bookish Box, so I got that one as well. Then we have A.K. Mulford's The High Mountain Court. I am debating on this one because I feel like I might like it. The only thing I hate about this book is it's a stunning book, don't get me wrong. The freaking things on here get caught on everything, and it did rip my copy of Divine Rivals, which I was pissed about, but this one is also one that I need to get to. It's probably the one I've had the longest on my TBR. I've had it since the beginning of last year, so I really need to get to that one as well. And then we have all of my Crate ones. So the first one we have is To Kill a Shadow by Catherine Quinn. This one looks stunning. It sounded really interesting as well whenever I was reading the synopsis, and I always kept seeing ads about this, so I was so excited to get this in my Crate to try it out, and I'm pumped about that one. The next one we have is What the River Knows by Isabel Ibanez. I'm pumped about this one as well. I am debating if I want to read the Crate version, or I do have the Barnes & Noble exclusive version. I try my best not to get duplicates of books, especially when I do book boxes. I'm normally pretty good at guessing what book's going to be in there, but this one I had no idea, so I do have 2 copies of this one. I'm keeping both copies no matter what. I don't know which edition to read, but I do have that one in general, and this one is stunning as well to read and to choose. The next one we have is The Dark Descent by Caitlin Josephson. I don't know. Why does it look so weird to me? I don't know. This one, excited about this one. This one has to do with, I believe, horses or something like that, but it's also Jewish folklore. So very interested to get into that one. We have Omen of Ice by Jess Accordo. This has been on, actually, has this been on TBR yet? I don't think it has, but I need to get to this one as well. Threads That Bind by Kika Hetzopulo. Don't know how to say that name. This one also need to get to. Garden of the Curse by Kitty Rose Poole. This one as well. Then we have this one I actually really want to try to get to this year. And that's Silver in the Bone by Alexandra Bracken. I really enjoyed Lore by Alexandra Bracken. I read that a couple years ago, and I've been meaning to read this one as well, so I'm hoping to get to that one soon. Then we have Midnight Sharks by Zebra Shanza. This one as well. I don't know about this one though, because this one is like a Groundhog's Day kind of like repeating over again. I don't know how to feel about that kind of trope, so I don't know if I'll be able to get to this or not, but it is a stunning book. This one's really, really pretty. And the last one from this pile is Revel by Lisa Mia Smith. I have mentioned this book a couple of times, and it's one I really, really want to read, but just have not gotten to at all. So it's one I need to read in general. Probably the next month or so I would get to it. So that one I'm hoping, probably next TBR, I'm hoping to get to that one. Okay, next up is going to be my standalone romances, or like romance series that I only have the one book to and stuff like that. So, well, let's do my Greek mythology ones that I have really quickly. I have The Shadow of Perseus by Clary Haywood. This one I was supposed to read a couple months ago and still have not gotten to it, so that is one I really need to get to. Then we have Electra by Jennifer State as well. Also really need to get to this one. And then the first one I have in the pile is 5 Feet Apart by Rachel Zinkolp. I do not know how to say this author's name. This one, actually, I don't know if I'm going to read it. I was really wanting a YA, like, romance book or YA something, so I got this one. But I don't know if I'm going to end up reading it in general, so we'll see if I do. Then we have Most of You by Mia Sheridan, which this is the second book in, actually, a series. They're standalone series. This one technically is like the second book to Archer's Voice, but it's like different characters and everything like that. I've been wanting to read more of Mia Sheridan ever since reading Archer's Voice, because that one was one of my top favorite books of last year. So I really wanted to jump into this one, and hopefully I do soon. Then we have Travis by Mia Sheridan as well. I really need to get to this one because I've been avoiding it for a while, because I just didn't like Travis in Archer's Voice, but I feel like I should read it. It could be his redemption. Probably not, but we hate the man no matter what. Then the next book we have is The American Roommate Experiment by Elena Armas. This is technically like the second book to The Spanish Love Deception, which I really enjoy The Spanish Love Deception, and I really wanted to get into this one because this one follows the cousin from the first book and the best friend from the first book. So very excited about that one. Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score. I have yet to read a Lucy Score novel. I've heard mixed reviews about this book. Like I said, I don't like reviews dictate what I like, but I don't know if I'll get to this one, to be honest. It sounded good when I first got it, but I don't know if I'm interested in reading it anymore. Then we have Love Theoretically by Allie Hazelwood. Of course, I need to read this as soon as possible because I love Allie Hazelwood. She's one of my favorite authors, and I love her books. Also, in the realm of Allie Hazelwood, we have Check and Meet, which this is her YA novel. Very excited about this one. This one is a little bit different. This one's not STEM based. This one is just, yeah, I don't think this one is STEM based because it's about chess. So yeah. Then we have Hooked by Emily McIntyre. Also one I really need to get to soon, and I feel like I'm going to love it. This one is a Peter Pan retelling. This is from the Never After series. This is the first book of that series. Then we have Icebreaker by Hannah Grace. This is the first one of the Maple... What is it called? It's called the Maple Hill series or something like that. This is the first book. This is a hockey romance, so I'm wanting to get to that one as well. Next we have Through My Window by Ariana Gotti. This one, want to get to. I watched the movie. Absolutely loved the movie. I thought it was really, really good. So I'm excited for that one. Then we have A Million Kisses in Your Lifetime by Monica Murphy. This one is one, okay, so I was told that this one you can read out of order of the series that it is, because technically this is the second book. There is one before this one, so I don't know if I want to read that one first and then read into this one, because this is the Lancaster Prep series. I haven't decided yet. I need to decide soon though before I start reading that one to see if I want to or not. Then the next book we have, oh my gosh, is My Fault by Mercedes Ron. I really want to get the rest of the series because Our Fault comes out in paperback this year, so I really want to get that one, and I need to get Your Fault too. But like I said, I'm on a book buying man now, so I'm trying to get through as many of these books before I go ahead and buy more of series, this romance series and stuff like that. So that's what's happening at this very moment in time. Then we have Love Redesigned by Lauren Asher. I'm pumped for this one. I'm hopefully we'll get to it soon. A part of me wants to wait a little bit because the second book comes out this year. And part of me wants to wait a little bit to read this one and then get the second book. But the second book doesn't come out till, I believe, June. I could be wrong. Is it June? I think June. So I have to wait a little bit longer, but I'm very, very happy for this one because I love the Dreamland Billionaire series. Then I have The Wall of Winnipegamy by Mariana Zapata. I want to know that the new edition of this one, it's shorter than this one because this is like 600 pages. The new one that I saw in Barnes is only about 400. Did they just change the font size of these? Because I still want to get, what is it? Oh, Binding 13. I want that one so bad as well, but that one's a lot shorter than the original book. It's like 200 pages shorter. Is it that they just changed the font of it, that they made the book a little, like, the pages bigger and put more words on it? I want to know, do they cut anything out of it? Because if they do, I would be very upset, but I don't know. I ended up finding this one on Pango though, because I like this cover better than the other one. So that's what I ended up doing. And the next one we have is Assistant to the Villain by Hannah Nicole. How do you say her last name? Meheran. This one I really wanted to read. It sounds like a really cute, like, quick read. So happy about that one. Then we have this one I'm actually kind of excited and interested for. This is Butchers and Blackbird by Brennan Waver. I don't know about, okay, here's the thing. I've heard a lot of things about this from TikTok and stuff like that. I don't know what I'm going to be expecting, to be honest, of going into here. But I've heard it's great, and yes, this is a trilogy, and the second book I believe comes out, I don't know if it comes out this year or not, so I need to look into that one. Next we have over here, I'm gonna do the piles on the floor first, and then I'll go to the ones over here. We have a couple ones that I recently just bought. So we have Curious Tides by Pascal Lentz. I don't know how to say that name, but we have this one right here. Do I know anything about this book? No. Did I buy it because I went to the hardcover sale at Barnes & Noble? Of course I did. So I ended up getting that one. We also got One for My Enemy by Olivia Blake. This one as well I got during the hardcover sale, and this is a stunning edition. This one's really, really pretty. Then we got Solitary by Alice Osman. Also got during the Barnes & Noble sale, but this was also one that I've really, really been wanting, so I ended up getting that. The next book I have, also in the world of Emily Opson, This Winter. This one I could probably read like nothing else. It's literally the shortest freaking thing ever. It's a novella, so I can read that really, really fast. And then next one we have is I Survived, The Destruction of Pompeii. Also a really, really quick read. This one is middle grade too, so I can get through that one pretty quickly. Now onto the shelves that are in front of me. I'm doing these shelves first before I go into my series. I do have a couple up here that are my TBR for the month, but I really don't feel like going over those again. They're just up there, so we'll keep them there for now. Next we have, let's go through my historical fictions first, because those will be the quickest to do. No. Dropping things. So I have a couple historical fictions. The first one I have is Ground Zero by Alan Grant. If you're looking for somebody who does historical fiction really well, I would go with this author. He is a middle grade author, but his stories are really, really quick paced. They're really, really easy to follow, and you really don't get bored or confused about them. So I ended up really loving this, and I've been wanting to read that one for a while. Next, we have The Tattoos of Auschwitz by Heather Morris. This one is also a really quick read, so I need to get to this one soon as well. Then we have The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. This is one I've been wanting to read for so long. I just haven't gotten the chance to, but I know I need to because I feel like I'm going to absolutely love it. The next one I have is the only thriller I have on my TBR, which this one I don't know if I'll ever get to because I really don't want to read it. But I need to come to the realization that I don't need to read every book on my TBR. I can unhaul some stuff if I want to. This one is one that I feel like I'm never going to get to, but I'll probably force myself to anyways. It's She's Gone by David Bell. The only thing about this one is because it was a Christmas gift from my parents that I'm like, I need to read it. But I shouldn't guilt myself into that. But I feel bad, because I know it's a book. It's a genre I don't like, really, so that's one I'm debating on. And the next ones I have on this shelf are, most of these are fantasies, and then I don't think any of these are, no, I don't think any of these are series. I don't think so. Or at least the first book of a series. I don't think any of them really are. So let's go ahead and go into that. Oh, I forgot one that was over here that goes with my YA section. I have The Silence That Binds Us by Joanne Ho. This one I've seen so much throughout, I think, where did I see that? I think Target. I kept seeing it and stuff like that. And I read the synopsis and I'm like, it looks so good. I have yet to read a good YA book in a while, especially a YA contemporary. So I ended up getting this one, and hopefully I love it. It sounds amazing. It sounds really good. So I have that one there. The next book that we have are, which ones do we want to go with first? Oh, this one right here, The Second Death of Eddie and Violet Bond by Amanda Glaze. This one is, I believe, paranormal fantasy or something like that. It sounds really good, to be honest, and it's just also like historical as well, because it is in the 1880s, so that sounds amazing. Then we have 2 books from Mara Rutherford. We first have The Poison Season, which this one sounds really good. And then we have A Multitude of Dreams. This one is an Edgar Allan Poe retelling, and I really wanted to read this during October. I just didn't get a chance to, but look at this cover, guys. It is stunning. So I'm hoping to get to this one, and I'm hoping I love it. Then we have 2 Rachel Griffin books. We have The Nature of Witches, and then Bring Me Your Midnight by Rachel Griffin, which I'm very excited for, very, very hyped for to get into. Next on this shelf that we have a couple of like random books that I have. So let's go through these really quickly. Ow, I hurt my nail on that. That actually really hurt. Well, the first one I have is Ghosts of the Shadow Market by Cassandra Clare. This one I should have included with the rest of my Shadowhunter books, but the other ones are over there somewhere. So we have this one here. Very excited to get to that one. Next one we have is Immortal Longings by Chloe Gong. This one I am scared for because this is her new adult debut. A lot of people have mixed opinions about this one, but like I said, I don't want the opinions to sway me. I just want to read it and see if I like it myself. This one is also a Shakespeare retelling Anthony and Cleopatra, so I'm very excited for that one. Then we have Incendiary by Zorda Cordova. This one sounds amazing as well, so I'm very excited for that one. Then we have another Cassandra Clare. We have Swordcatcher. This is her newer adult. This one is new adult as well, I believe. Yes, this is one of her new adult fantasies. I believe this is going to be a series, and I'm hyped about this one because I love Shadowhunters, and I love Cassandra Clare in those books, so I'm hoping to love her in this one. So we love that one. And then we have Throne of the Fallen by Carrie Malascalco, also a new adult novel. Very hyped, very excited about this one. I love Carrie Malascalco's Kingdom of the Wicked. Just Kingdom of the Wicked. That whole series was kind of to be honest, but I love the first book, so I'm hoping to get to that one. Next is going to be all of my series or books that are like the first in a series, and then books I have a couple, and then an entire series. I have a bunch of here. I also have some behind where my camera is right now, which I'm debating on if I should just include this into the TBR, because technically they are on my physical TBR, but I really kind of just don't want to get them down. So we'll exclude those for now. But first off, let's go in with the ones that are right here next to me. So the first ones I have are Wolf Song and Raven Song by T.J. Kaloun. This one is, I believe it has 4 books out now. I'm not gonna lie, I really don't know what this is about, but I found it during the Barnes & Noble 50% off hardcover sale they were doing online, and they look so good. I believe it is like a shifter, like I believe one of them is a werewolf in this, and it looks amazing. These covers look amazing, so I ended up buying them, and hopefully I like them, and I will get the rest of the series later on to go with that. Next we have, oh, I almost forgot, Manslaughter Park by Taraz Price. I love this series. If you like Jane Austen, this one's really, really fun. They're like cozy murder mysteries. I've never read a Jane Austen book in my life, but I really do love these. I really do enjoy these. I really need to get to that one because I really, really love those. The next ones I have are, I think that the ones I only have like one, or the next book of a series is. So first off, I have The Vengeance of the Pirate Queen by Tristan Lemonseller. The Daughter of the Pirate Queen is probably one of my favorite duologies of all time, so I'm very hyped about this one and was so excited whenever it came out last year, but I still have yet to read it. Then we have Nightbane by Alex Asher. This is the second book in the Lark saga. Is that what it's called? Yeah, like Saga, and I'm hyped about this one. I am debating on rereading the first one. I feel like I should, so that I can have a ground base of what happened in the first one. But I feel like I can go into this one without really reading the first one. But I do have the first one on audio, so I can do it and probably go through it pretty quickly. So still debating on that one. Then we have The Night and Its Moon by Peter C.J. Do I know what this book is about? Fuck no. Absolutely not. I did not know what this book is about. But it has such a gorgeous cover that every time I was in Target, because I'm always seeing this in Target, every time I was in Target, it always intrigued me. So I ended up getting it, but I haven't gotten the whole series. I just told myself to behave and not buy the whole series of this one, just in case I don't like the first book, because it looks like one I probably will like, but at the same time, I don't know how it will go, so I decided to wait off. But this is a gorgeous cover, and I'm pumped to read it. The next one we have is The Wrath in the Dawn by Renee Audier. This one, very excited for. I do need to get the second book because I know I'm going to binge read this one to the death. So I need to get the second book of this one. Then we have All the Stars and Teeth by Adeline Grace. This one I actually already ordered the second book, which is called All the Fates, All the Tides of Fate, something like that. And I already ordered the second one. It is so hard to find the second one in a hardcover. I ended up getting it off Pango, so I was happy about that. I got it for a good price too. But yeah, very, very excited about this one. Then we have Sky in the Deep by Avery Young. I believe this is a duology that's like is it interconnected? Or are they standalones? I don't remember. But I believe this is a duology. So it's on my series thing. But I don't remember if it's a duology or not. But I'm hyped about this one because I've been wanting to read more from Adrienne Young because I love Fable by her. Then we have the rest of my series that are on my shelf. So let's go ahead and go with the ones that I'm actually in the middle of, which isn't that many series. I thought I was in the middle of more series than this, at least like romance series and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and go through those. So the first one I have, well, let's just get this one out of the way. This one is The Last Book of the White by Cassandra Clare and Wesley Cho. This is the second book in the Eldest Curses. I just finished The Red Skull of Magic. Absolutely adore that book. It was really, really entertaining and fun to read. So I'm excited to get into this one soon. Then we have the rest of the Dark Olympus series. This is the last. Is she coming out with 2 more books or 1? I do not know. I need to check. But there is another one coming out called Midnight Ruin. But I don't remember when that one comes out. But I do have the other 2 of this series. I have Radiant Sin, which is Apollo and Cassandra's book. And then we have Cruel Seduction, which is Aphrodite, Hephaestus, Adonis, and I think Pandora is in this book, I believe. Is it Pandora? Because there's one more girl. Yes, and Pandora. So I'm very excited for these ones. I'm really enjoying this series. I read the first 3. I like them. They're really, really good. So hopefully we end up loving them, the other ones in the end. And then the rest of these are, I think, are all completed. Like I have the completed of all of these. Well, no, I got this one. This one I don't have. Well, actually, I'm lying. I have 2. These 2 I got for Christmas. So they're right here on the floor. So the first one I have is the House of Nice series by PC Cast and Kristen Cast. I only have the first 4 books in this series. I believe it's a 12-book series. So I'm going to go ahead and read. Like I said, I got this for Christmas from one of my co-managers. Love her so much. She ended up giving me this series, and I've never really I've heard of it, but I've never really been interested in reading it until now. But I'm actually really pumped on reading it. They look like a little bit more of a shorter read, so they probably shouldn't take me that long to read them. But like I said, this is a 12-book series, so I'm gonna go ahead and read the first 4 books, see how I like them, and then if I want to, get the rest of the series, so I'm not bombarding myself with this. And then we have the Shatter Me series as well. This one I do need to get the novellas too, which I need to get soon. Actually, no, I can wait a little bit on the novellas because probably won't be starting this till a while because I'm in the middle of 2 big series right now. I'm in the middle of, wait, let me refresh my brain. Oh, the Grishaverse. I'm in the middle of the Grishaverse, which I will explain in a minute. The Shadowhunter Chronicles, I'm in the middle of that. And then I'm in the middle of Percy Jackson, like, universe as well. That one is one I need to get into. But this one is kind of big, even though it is one series compared to the other ones. But it's still a little bigger. So we'll get to that later on. But next, oh, and I'm also in the middle of Stephanie Garber's World. So, off for that rambling. Oh, I'm out of breath. This is a lot of books, guys. I don't know why I did this to myself. I really did this to myself. But on to the next shelf of all of the... Let's do fantasies first, then get into romances, because I only have about 2 series. I have the complete of romance series, because I've read all the rest of them that I had. So the next pair of series I have is a trilogy, and this is the Ash Princess trilogy by Lauren Sebastian. So we have Ash Princess, Lady Smoke, and Ember Queen. I'm really excited for this one. I'm hoping to really love it as well, because it sounds really, really good and really, really interesting. Then we have the Once Upon a Broken Heart trilogy by Stephanie Garber. I finished Caraval last year. Absolutely love that book. Those books, they were so, so good. So I'm trying to hopefully get into these ones. I don't know if I want to get into them soon, but I want to get to them this year if possible. So of course we have Once Upon a Broken Heart. We have The Ballad of Never After, and we have A Curse for True Love. I will say I hate the Barnes & Noble exclusives, only because it's so hard to get the sticky residue off of this. Let me know how to get the sticky residue off of books, because I've been trying to get it off of some of my books that I have, but other than that, it's been really bad. Especially for that one, because I had the original edition of that one. It was really hard to get the sticker off of the Target edition I had, so yeah. We have that one. Then we have the Little Miss Grishaverse. We have Six of Crows and Cricket Kingdom. I also have King of Scars and Rule of Wolves, but those are right there holding up some stuff, so I don't want to grab those right now, but those are ones that I really need to get to soon. I really need to continue the Grishaverse. I enjoyed Shadow and Bone. I don't know what's taking me forever though to read it. But yeah, the next one we have is Belladonna by Alan Grace, and then we also have Foxglove by Alan Grace. I'm waiting for the third one to come out, to be honest, before I read these, because I want to read them all together. So we're waiting on that one. Then the next one we have is, oh gosh, is the Stalking Jack the Ripper series by Carrie Malascalco. This one is historical, kind of like mystery crime, and I'm very pumped for it because everybody who's I've heard read it actually really likes it. So we have, of course, Stalking Jack the Ripper. We have Hunting Prince Dracula. We also have Escaping Houdini, and then we have Capturing the Devil. So I am pumped for those. Very excited for that one. So let me actually put these back on the shelf really quickly so I'm not having too big of a mess down here. The next one we have on the shelves as well is going to be another kind of big one, because I believe she's coming out with a new series. I don't know if it's like connected to this series, but I really want to get into that one as well, and that is the Inheritance Game series. So we have, of course, the Inheritance Games, the Hawthorne Legacy, the Final Gambits, and the Brothers Hawthorne. Oh my gosh, we have the Brothers Hawthorne, which I am so excited for, and I need to get to soon. Next ones on my TBR are going to be books that I really need to get to, because it's been years since I've read the first book of this one, and I ended up getting the second ones too because I've been wanting to finish this series forever, and that's Divergent. I am going to reread Divergent. I have decided that I am going to reread Divergent because I really did enjoy the first one. Then of course we have Insurgent, and we have Allegiance. Will I love it? I don't know. I really do not know if I will love it the second time around, but we shall see. Then we have the infamous Fourth Wing. I have, of course, Fourth Wing, and then I have Iron Flame. I don't know why I got Iron Flame, to be honest. I should have waited to get it to see if I even liked the first book, but I decided, you know what? Why not just get it? And I kind of regret that decision, but it's okay. But yeah. Then is this the last one that I have? Yes, I believe this is the last series I have. Actually, that's a lie. I have the Dark Artifices, which is right behind you. That one is one I need to get to this year as well. Like I said, it's my top priority this year to finish that series. So I have the Dark Artifices behind you, which is one of them. But lastly, I think this is the last, yeah, this is the last book set I have, which is The Givers by Lois Lowry. This one is a set I got for my birthday. Not my birthday, for Christmas. And I've been wanting to read this whole series for a while because I read the first one in high school, which is a given, but I absolutely loved reading it, and I've been wanting to read it more ever since. So of course I got The Giver. We have The Gatherer, Messenger, and Son. I didn't know there was 4 books to this series. I thought it was just 2 of them. So I was very surprised about that. And also, what's cool about this edition, like this box set, it comes with the map of the world. So it shows you like where each of the societies live in the world that it is, and it's actually pretty cool. So I'm very excited and hyped for this, to read it and everything like that. So that, guys, is every single book that is on my physical TBR. Actually, that's a lie. This isn't every single book that's on my physical TBR, but this is every single book that I can read at the moment on my physical TBR, because I do have some books that I need to read other series before this and stuff like that. Actually, that's a lie. I missed a whole shelf. Oh my goodness. I missed a whole shelf. Okay, never mind. Scratch that. Let's go through this shelf really quickly. I forgot it was down here. So going on with I forgot about my romances, guys. We're going to go through the romances. So the first one we have is the Off-Campus series by Elle Kennedy. Sorry, I'm moving a little weird. My legs are getting hurt. By Elle Kennedy. As you can see, the deal isn't on here because it's actually on my TBR shelf because I'm reading that one this month. But this one is also one I really need to get to. We have, of course, have The Mistake. We have The Score. We have The Goal. And then we have The Legacy. And do I already have the first book in the Briar Year series? Possibly. But we will discuss that later on in later terms. But that is that series. The next series I have is... Okay, I don't have the first book. Because I know... Okay, it's a hunt I need to stop. It's a hunt I need to get over. Is the... Is it called King of Sin series? By Ada Huang. Yes, it's called the King of Sin series. I'm trying to find King of Wrath in Barnes & Noble, the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition, but it's no longer in print, and it's very hard to find, and people are selling it for ridiculous prices. So I think it's come to a point where I just need to get over it and buy the original edition, even though it won't match. It's so sad. I saw it one time in Barnes, and I didn't grab it, because I'm like, oh, I'll read the series later. And then when I started getting the series, I wanted the Barnes & Noble edition. So I don't have King of Wrath, but I do have the other 2. I have King of Pride and I have King of Greed, which I'm very excited for. And I did pre-order King of Sloth. So that one should be coming as soon as it released. But like I said, I just need to get over the fact and get the original one and the original cover. Even though I'm probably going to not like it, but it's fine. It's fine. Then lastly, The Big Mama. The final series and final books on my physical TBR. This one's going to be a whirlwind for me, and I'm very excited for it. It is going to be the Devil's Night series by Penelope Douglas. This series is all over TikTok, guys. It's all over everything, and it's dark romance, I believe, so I'm dipping my toes into this a little bit, but I'm very excited, because I really do love the Fall Away series by Penelope Douglas. That one is a really good series, in my opinion. I really do like it, so I'm excited for this one. So, of course, we have Corrupt. We have Hideaway, we have Kill Switch, we have Conclave, we have Nightfall, and then we have Fire Night. I am very excited for this one, and I'm so excited. Okay, here's the thing about this one. Let me go on a little thing right here. I was actually going to wait to get these until a while, and then I found out that these editions were going out of print, and I wanted these editions compared to the new ones, because I'm not going to lie, the new ones are kind of ugly. They're really plain. So I ended up getting the whole series, impulsive buying them. So yeah, that's what happened. But finally, guys, that is the end of this TBR. Like I said, I'm pretty sure it's about 100. It's a lot less than I had before, I think. It's like 100, I think 100 maybe 8 or something like that. I don't know. Count if you want with me about this. So yeah, I'm out of breath. I'm tired. I have some cleaning to do now with all these books around me. But anyways, let a girl know what you're going to read this year, guys. What is your top priority reads? What is your top series you want to get to? And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And hopefully I'll stay warm out there. It is so cold, especially in Texas right now. It's getting a little warmer now, but it's still actually pretty cold. But stay warm, stay healthy, stay safe, guys, and I will see y'all guys in my next video. Bye.